everybody! I know it's been forever since I've made a video, but I finally got my new camera for Christmas, and that's what you're looking at right now. And basically, I know I've been slacking a lot on videos and I'm really sorry, but this is going to be my foundation, like, face makeup routine, and I already have it on right now. Basically, this is just what I do every single day to get my skin to look like this. This is like my first time filming on a high quality camera, so I feel like you guys are going to be really shocked with how my skin actually looks as opposed to how it did in my webcam where the quality was very low and so you couldn't see details very well. But I hope you guys aren't too harsh. It is like a big step for people to, you know, like if they are insecure about their skin, not to like have makeup on already and just completely show their skin without makeup on it. Yeah, so this is going to be my foundation slash powder slash, you know, like just face makeup routine, and I just hope you guys like it. So if you want to see that, stay tuned and you're about to see it. Bye! Okay, so this is my face. So I just figured, you know, what better way to just put it out there that I don't have perfect skin rather than to do a face foundation routine. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I hope you guys like the new quality. It's a lot harder to deal with now that every single flaw is like completely in high definition, but I know you guys would appreciate it more. So I'm going to get started because I don't want to take too long. But these are the products that I'm going to be using. All right here. Not too many, I guess. I have to get used to this because I'm not used to looking into the screen or the camera, like the lens instead of the screen, to watch myself and see what I'm doing. And then I'm also looking in a mirror, which is right here. So it's gonna be, I'm new to this, so be nice. Okay, so the first thing that I do is I moisturize my face. So right now I'm using Neutrogena oil-free anti-acne moisturizer. It's just a normal kind, and so I'm going to put that all over my face. And you really want to let that set in before you start putting makeup on, so you don't like combine it and it's like really soaked into your skin. And then next I go ahead and I put my foundation primer on. I am using Smashbox Photo Finish. I don't know if that's, yeah, Photo Finish foundation primer. And it's just a little sample because I can't afford the big one. If there even is a big one. I don't even know. This stuff feels like silk. It is so amazing feeling on your face. And once that is set in, then I go ahead and I just put my foundation on like a little, it's like a powder, or it was an old bronzer cap. And so that's what I used to put my foundation on. And right now, since I was new to foundation just like a couple months ago, I always told you guys, you know, I don't use foundation. I don't like how like heavy it feels, and I always use the Dream Matte Mousse. But I gave it a try, and so since I was new to foundation, I didn't really know what color, like how to match my skin tone. And so first I picked up this Revlon Color Stay, and I got it in, for combination and oily skin, I got it in 350 Rich Tan. And shortly after, I realized this is way too dark for my skin tone, and so I barely used any of that, and so I went ahead and then got this one, which I really wanted to try because, you know, it's supposed to be good for skin clearing and stuff. It's the Neutrogena skin clearing, you know, all that cool stuff that has like blemish like treatment inside of it. And so I got this in a way lighter shade that actually does match my skin tone. And so I like to mix the two. You guys can yell at me if that's not good, but it works fine for me. So I go ahead and I mix the two colors, and it like creates like the perfect tan, because my face is, I don't know if you can tell, but my face is just so pale compared to my normal skin. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but so this is like, this matches my skin, my face tone, but this matches like my body tone. And so when I mix the two, it kind of gives my face a more natural tan that actually matches like the skin tone of my body. So yeah, so I go ahead and I put some on like that. And then I take this and I mix it. Mix it right with that. And then I go ahead and use my fingers to just mix that up. And I do use my fingers to apply my foundation. I have a foundation brush that I use to get like in different areas, but overall I like to apply it with my finger. I think that gives like an overall coverage, and it's just smoother, and you know, you can work better with your fingers. So I use 2 fingers like this, and I get some on both, and I just start dabbing. And if it looks a lot darker than it is, when it rubs in, it looks a lot better. And so I rub that in. And then I go back and just reapply to some problem areas that I need more coverage in. And by the way, this is an e.l.f. foundation brush. And just go back a little bit over here to blend that in really well with my hairline and in your ear. You can't forget those because you don't want that line. Okay, and that is about it for my foundation. And so, as you can see, I don't use as much to give me a full coverage. You know, I don't want to like cake it on so much so that you can't see my blemishes. So I still go back and I put a concealer on after that, you know, mostly covers up any more small like imperfections that I have. And so right now I'm using Rimmel Match Perfection in Fair. And this stuff is wonderful. Like, I love this stuff. I never really liked the Match Perfection stuff that matches, like it comes out clear or mimics your skin tone, but this stuff actually really works. And I've had this forever and it still hasn't run out. Like, a little goes such a long way with this, and like I feel like this never runs out, which is a good thing because you don't have to use as much. And so basically I just takes a little bit on the tip, and I just dab where I have, you know, little spots that need to be concealed. This stuff has great coverage. Like, I don't even know if you can see what it's doing, but like, and I just use my finger to dab this in. After I do that, I go ahead and I apply my powder, and I use 2. I use the Maybelline Mineral Power in Pure Beige Medium 2, and so I go ahead and I apply that all over my face, and then after that I do the contouring and stuff. And right now I'm using a Flawless Face Bare Essentials brush. It's just a powder brush, and I just get some in the cap like that. And I dab, and then you just apply that everywhere. And then you always do want to bring that down and into your hairline and stuff. After that, I like to go ahead and contour my face and put blush. So, today for my contour, I'm using Hoola by Benefit. It's just the sample size because, once again, I can't afford the big size. And for this, I have a contouring brush that I like to use, and it's just an angled, really good for contouring because it gets like right down to the crease and stuff. And so for that I do is I match the top of my ear to the corner of my mouth, and if you can't see, like, you can make the fish face and then you can kind of see. Like that. And then you can also bring that up your temples and blend it in with your hairline. So basically like that. And then I go ahead and I take my blush, and I'm using CoverGirl Classic Color in Iced Plum. And I take that with this brush by Mika Bella Cosmetics. I've had this brush forever, so I actually really like it. And so I just get some like that. And I just dust it across my cheekbones. Like right above where you contoured. And then I like to blend it all out with this big fluffy brush. So it's not too harsh, you know. And then last but not least, I pretty much set everything with my Dream Matte Powder in medium 3 to 4 honey. Go ahead and I just use the pad because I like the pad. And I just go ahead and I set that over everything. And that is pretty much it for my foundation routine. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope the high quality is not freaking you guys out because you realize how bad my skin is and how hard it is to get good looking skin. But those are the products that I use. I hope you guys really enjoyed this and I hope it helped. I'm losing myself. And I will see you guys soon for more videos.